guys, welcome back to TBH. My name's Tatiana.
My name is Bianca.
And my name is Hillary.
So our podcast is basically us talking about college and how we use mindfulness to deal with it. Make sure to check out mindfulme.org. That is mindful with 2 L's. And that way you guys can check out our resources so you guys can also use mindfulness to deal with any of your college experiences or school or anything like that. So how are you guys doing?
I'm good. I actually just came home today for the first time in the semester. So it was very nice to be able to take a break, although it is a very long drive. It was very nice to just come home, be with my family and just, take a break from the dorm and go into class and all that situation.
Yeah. How about you, Hillary?
So far it's been a roller coaster. There's been a lot of things going on regarding figuring out how to pay, deadlines, and also just like meeting people, networking, connecting, figuring out classes because not only are you like new, probably unless you did summer, but also you got to figure out a lot of stuff in a really like short window of time. So it's been pretty hectic. I haven't been able to go back home, sadly, but I'm excited because hopefully I'll be going soon. But it's been a nice run so far.
Well, that's good though. Yeah, I'm excited because I'm finally getting my new footing at the job that I'm at. So and I'm actually getting a lot of compliments, so I'm really excited. And I've been talking about different mindfulness stuff. So I was able to help this one girl who I told her that for me, I use mint and I use peppermint to deal with my headaches and stuff, especially because we're in cubicles, so it's it there's a lot of fluorescent lighting and it gives me headaches. So I use peppermint to help deal with that. And I have a little aromatherapy, little situation in my desk. So I was able to help her with that. So I was really excited to be able to talk about the techniques I use to deal with my situation with her. So that was something that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, that's cool. I haven't gotten a job really just because I want to, get more involved in campus and join different organizations and clubs like I used to do back in high school. So I've been kind of focused on that rather than getting a job, although I would want to get a job, just not now. But even
It's
the club situation, yeah. No, what's that?
No, it hasn't been that bad. I thought it would be worse. But luckily the job I got, they're pretty understanding about everything, having to leave early if I have something for school or and the people who my direct boss, my case manager, he's very cool with me. So if I ever have anything with school, it's a pretty much a breeze. So I'm very grateful for that. I think I'm very lucky to have a job that's so understanding.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
hoping to find something like that just because it's just very hard. I would rather first settle down and get my stuff together because I have to walk to class. So the walking all day. Sometimes I have 3 classes a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I have 3 classes a day. So it's a lot. One I can choose to do from home. So it's a lot. I sometimes choose to do that one from home so I can kind of relax and be in my own space and take my own time, kind of use mindfulness to do it rather than pushing myself to go in person all the time when it's not required. I would rather just take it much slower. Whenever I'm just writing notes or something, sometimes I like to listen to music or just background noises, kind of like music, but no singing, just plain songs. So that's been helping me, but I've been trying to go to new club meetings and join new clubs. It's just a lot of running around. So now that I can finally relax, I'm really appreciating this time and taking into consideration everything that I've been doing and taking some time for myself.
yeah, I honestly understand what both of you guys are saying because I want to get a job, but I haven't been able to. I also have in-person classes. My schedule is pretty heavy in the morning, and it's rough having to wake up at 6 a.m. every day because I have 8 a.m. classes every day. I know it's crazy. I chose a lifestyle, however. I do definitely say try it if you can, but be mindful about it. Don't push yourself too hard like Bianca did, you know what I mean, because you have to be able to find balance And whether that is, being able to make the decision of taking it slower from time to time or not going from time to time, that's okay. So as long as you don't abuse that, you also have to be mindful of also taking care of your academics. I am also joining a lot of like organizations and clubs. It's been hectic trying to find something completely different but similar at the same time from what we did in high school. Because it's like you got to start fresh. And that is scary. It's scary because you see all these people doing what you were doing back in the day. So it's like, oh, that could be me or that was me. So it's just insane, like this like roles being switched and being like a freshman all over again. But what I have been using to try to keep up is breathing techniques and a lot of walking. I do a lot of walking already because same in-person classes. But it's more so not just to like relax, but also because I have found myself not living in the present as often as I should. I like go off into like, oh, what happened like a couple days ago, or like what's gonna happen in the next few days or the next few months. And so when I'm having issues is with grounding, staying grounded, and people that are close to me, like you guys, are definitely gonna like realize that because I've been all over the place. But it's a lot easier when you actually take the time to take care of yourself and just breathe and take a chill pill, pretty much.
I like what you said about, like being a freshman all over again and like being in that position where like you go to fairs and stuff like that and you see people like, hey, come here, let me tell you about my club, let me tell you about my organization. And you're like, okay, that used to be me. And that sometimes, it's not like it frustrates me, but I'm like upset, like missing home, missing school, like school back home, missing all the
like
teachers.
the
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like, I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
so I think it's nice to stay mindful, like be patient. It takes time. We did not all just come to school, to high school, and we were already in clubs and already in organizations and already knew how how it rolls. So I feel like being mindful and patient and taking the time to look into the organizations that you really like, because there's so many. There is so many. They have something for absolutely everything. So not overwhelm yourself with it, because in high school there was, I don't know, let's just say 10 different clubs. Okay, I went to each and every single meeting and then I chose which one I liked. But here's not like that.
Right.
It's not 10, there's 1,000, maybe even more. So it's like, it's really, really hard.
Yes.
I've been trying to be patient and mindful and taking it slow and kind of see what fits me best or what interests me the most.
Yes, but what I find to be the most beautiful about like being hard to choose what to do nowadays is that that means that we're one of those fishes in the bigger tank. That's like how I try to see it so that I don't go crazy and stuff. Because when you see that there's literally clubs that are called like, at least at FSU, we have something called, I think it was zombies versus something else, which is literally just like people running around in Landis, which is like the heart of FSU, and just like and shotgunning with like like water guns. It's crazy and it's a lot of fun, but I don't know if that's my thing. There's literally something for everything. It's just crazy.
No, I feel like with me, I've been feeling that way, but it's more at work and missing having like my friends, I guess you could say, because being at work every day and then coming home to do school, it gets really tiring because I'm not interacting with like people my age. Like I'm the youngest one there in the entire office and I'm constantly reminded of that. So it can get a little like lonesome because then you look at all your friends and all your friends are away and it's like, I feel like I just have to get this 1 year of being at home and then I can go in person. So for me, I've been struggling with that, and it's just constantly like, checking in with my friends, talking to people, going out with the people when they do come here. But for me, it's been overwhelming in the sense of like, it's an overwhelming feeling of like, okay, well now what? Like I can't, I don't have those same people.
Yeah, no, I completely understand that, because I've been feeling the same way. Although I'm away, I feel like I'm away. I really, really feel that deep down. I'm now with like my closest friends, like the people that I would hang out with the most from high school. Like I'm in Gainesville, my friends are in Orlando. I actually took a trip to Orlando last weekend. It was a last minute thing. There was a game on Saturday, so I stayed up in Gainesville, and then Sunday I was like, I'm not doing anything. Tomorrow's Labor Day. I don't have school. Let's go visit my friends, you know, like I just miss them so much. And then I went and we had such a great time. And, you know, I came back on, I think it was Tuesday, because Tuesday I didn't have school. So I kind of took that time for myself instead of forcing myself to just sit down, do homework, you know, do the same cycle all over again. I feel like taking a break was really, really helpful. But I've been feeling the same way as you're feeling, just because Gainesville is so big. There's so many people, so many new people. Living in a place without my family, I am very, very close to my family. I would always come home, make dinner every single night. We would just talk and sit down and just share some snacks with my mom and my sister. I would drive my sister to school every single day. I mean, she would come home with me. Like, it's like I was always surrounded by, you know, somebody. And sometimes here, most of the time, I'm alone. Whenever I'm home, I'm sometimes with my roommates, since we're both there at the same time. But then getting around to know people and to know your people more than anything, because not everybody's going to be, you know, a good fit for you, or like somebody that makes you feel truly comfortable. So I feel like that's been the hardest part out of it all. So I feel like staying mindful, practicing mindfulness is what's been helping me the most, kind of reminding myself that the process is going to take time, is not going to happen overnight. And you know, my family's always here, anything I need. Every time I cry, when I feel upset, like they always listen, and that's a good way to just, you know, letting it out.
No, for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. It's been hard, and I think we can all agree with the simple fact that making new friends is hard. And we really underestimate from time to time, not just the friendships we have currently or the ones that we did in high school, but also how hard it would be making friends in college. Just like, even if you're in person or you're not, like technically when you're in person, you do have more opportunities to do so. But then again, like Bianca said, it's like hard anyway finding your people, because there's so many people. Just like there's so many clubs and so many opportunities to take. What are you gonna do? Like, it's like, which one are you gonna choose? How are you gonna make it work? So it is definitely something that we keep in mind, that if they're not serving you and you're just meeting them, like in the sense that if it's not adding on to your life and they're not making you stay mindful, then there is a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes it's just like, it's happened to me a lot of times. Like, I just meet someone, they're just like, oh, hey, you're so cool. What's your name? We get each other's social media, something like that. And then that's it. Like, when we see each other in the hallway, we say hi, but like, that's it. Like, there's no plans after that. There's no like,
Yeah, they're more of an
like,
acquaintance.
yeah. So it's just like, it's very hard for people to actually open up. Like, not everybody is able to open up and just be like, yeah, let's hang out. You know, like, why not? So
I think we're used to each other.
Hmm?
I think
Yeah,
we're
it happens a
together.
lot.
Like, we're very much like we're the type of people that, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like us, like we're used to like people like us where we're just like very like friendly, and we're willing to be friends with like the first person you meet. You're like, okay, this could be a new friend. And other people are just like, this is a stranger who now knows my name, and that you're an acquaintance. For us, it's like we're just trying to be friends, and they're more like, well, hi, I know your name now, you know mine, it's not a big deal. We're like, I thought we were trying to be friends.
Yeah, that happens with
Yeah,
me
I think
too, though. Like, I don't know if like Hillary, you have like in-person classes, you felt that. It's like in high school, I used to just be really close to all the teachers and just talk to them, and, you know, come in the classroom and like, hey, and like that sense of comfort and like knowing that the teacher cares about you. Here, it's so big. One of my classes has 1,500 students. That's why it's hybrid. It's also online. And then my other classes, they're in big lecture halls that they have about 100 kids. So it's like the teacher never really gets to know you. And that just bugs me, because even if I go up to them and they're like, you, what was your name again? So it's just like, okay, like, so that's been super hard too. Feeling that sense of like that feeling of like home and comfort and family.
It's like no one knows you, so it kind of makes you feel invisible, I think. Like that's how I feel sometimes when I'm messaging, because I have to do everything over Canvas for most of my teachers, because they're not even like I only have one class that I actually like see my teacher like on Zoom calls. Every other thing is just like through messaging. So sometimes I'm like, I just feel like I'm talking to a screen. Like I just feel like I'm interacting with a screen, which I am, but it doesn't feel like there's a person on the other end. It just feels like the screen.
I know. But I mean, I feel like the best way that we could deal with that possible, I mean, I do have also one online class or something like that, but I just feel like the best way to deal with it is kind of, rely on the process. Just, know it takes time, stay mindful, practice mindfulness. It's very important. Even if it's just sitting down and taking a breath and, be like, okay, I've been doing homework for 5 hours now. I think I should, take a break. I've been doing that a lot. I just grab my iPad and go play some games for like 30 minutes or so after I did hours and hours of homework. And then I'm like, okay, I can go back to it. And then I just continue and I finish. But once I start, it's very hard for me to stop. So that's why I've been trying to be mindful with myself, with my time, with my mental health, and learn how to take breaks. It's so important, and it makes a difference.
I'm trying to learn how to say no.
Yeah.
That's a new goal.
Mm-hmm.
Learning how to say
no. Yes, that has definitely been a big deal. I have had like a lot of people, people that recruit from like organizations and stuff. They're like, yeah, come to my meeting, come to our meeting, come to our meeting. And I'm just like, so learning how to say no is definitely one of the things that we should all just work on and stuff, because it's just crazy. But yeah.
That's a big thing I'm trying to work on. It's like a goal, because I know learning to say no may sound like ridiculous to be a goal, but for me that is a goal. Because even at work, they'll be like, because I'm only supposed to be doing stuff for like 2 people, and they'll be like, oh, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm just like, yep, I can do it. Someone asked me to do something, like family wise, yep. I'm the yes person. And then it's like I sit back and I'm like, I've said yes to everything and I never say no.
And now you have this whole list of things to do, and like you don't know where to start.
Your to-do list that's supposed to be 1 page is now 2 pages, and you're like, okay, something's wrong. The math isn't mathing.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's just hard, because we are people that always want to help out, that always want to get people, involved and encourage people to participate. So it's really hard to be that person that says no when you want others around you to participate. So
we all learn in some ways, though. And I guess that's like the main takeaway from today, just like learning to adapt and remain mindful when doing it. Because if you're learning how to do something completely new, whether it is starting a new job where you're being asked to do multiple things while college, or whether it is adapting to your college that is huge and organizations trying to recruit you, we all just have to stay mindful, learn how to say no, and roll with it and just learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your experience. Thank you, everybody, for watching and for taking the time to listen. And we really hope that some of these things settle in with you and that we can help you from our perspective. For any more information, podcasts, meditations, or anything at all that you might need, everything is free on our website. That's mindfulme.org. It is mindful with 2 L's. And we'll see you guys next month. Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye-bye.